Welcome to our Toronto. Recently Metrolinx announced that they plan on extending the TTC's Yonge University Line 1 to Richmond Hill. This is planned to have an additional 5 stations up to the Langstaff GO station. But is this a good idea? Well, there is going to be a double subway track obviously. Each one will be able to handle only one subway at a time. Each subway will only be able to be so long and carry only so many people, and there will always need to be about a 2-minute separation between subways. You can probably see where I am going with this. It may be a distant memory now, but pre-COVID, Line 1 was running at its peak capacity. They were always doing overnight work to upgrade the signaling system to be able to increase subway frequency. So here is the problem: as it currently is, the subway picks up people from Finch Station and continues to do so as it makes its way downtown. By about Eglinton Station the train is pretty much full. But now what can potentially happen is that if the train starts from Langstaff, that it will be full by the time that it reaches Sheppard Station. A single subway line is only going to be able to take so much volume before it will become impractical. No offense to the people that live in Richmond Hill, but how will this be better for Torontonians? On the other hand though, you almost faint when you see that the GO Train's Richmond Hill line that serves the Langstaff GO station is a single-line railway. Hang on a second, if there are so many people that need to get downtown from Richmond Hill, then why does the GO Train's Richmond Hill line only have a single railway that runs trains at 1-hour intervals during the weekdays? Now it may not be so simple to double-track this line, but it would be easy to double-track it at stations where trains could pass each other. This would easily allow them to substantially increase GO train capacity on this route down to 20 minutes during rush hours and 30 minutes to hourly during off-peak times and weekends. But either way, the province can't have it both ways, where on the one hand there is not enough demand to increase service levels on the GO Train's Richmond Hill line, but then on the other hand needs to build a subway up to Langstaff GO station. This would also cost a lot less than tunneling a subway to Langstaff, building 5 subway stations, and take a lot less time. The GO train is more comfortable to ride on and, dare I say, probably safer. This is all not to mention that you'll be able to shoot an arrow down the platform of the planned Cummer subway station and not hit anyone. So why are they not doing this instead? Well, we don't know the answer to this because Metrolinx does not show us their homework. They just come out with a plan and tell us that this is the best idea and how it's going to be. I am not saying that they are necessarily wrong, but there is no transparency to what studies have been done or what other alternatives have been explored that make this subway extension the best option. But the larger problem in fact remains that Toronto seems to have become a victim of its own success. The city is growing at an alarming rate, outpacing the street and transit growth rate in capacity. Sure, we can keep adding subways, trains, and double-stack highways to downtown Toronto. But probably sooner rather than later these will always fill to capacity, and so where does this all end? I don't think that it's NIMBYism to say that we just don't have the infrastructure in the city to keep up with the demand, so something will have to eventually give. Having said that, I fully support the crosstown efforts of the Eglinton LRT, Ontario line and extension of the Sheppard subway line. These all run east and west along the city. We are seriously lacking an efficient way to commute east and west through the city using transit, while the city is wider east to west than it is north to south. But when we live in a country where 80% of our land is uninhabited, I find the idea of building more infrastructure to the single point of downtown Toronto to be all that's focused on just lunacy. Even if we expand our transportation capacity, say we were to have more lanes on the DVP and increase transit options to downtown Toronto, these will make things better. More people will want to move here and then we'll just be back to where we are now. I think that building transit is great and that a subway extension is overdue, so for the most part welcomed by everyone. But I think that we have to make much better use of the existing GO train infrastructure that we have, better regional fare integration and commuting options for people. To me it's just insane that there is a GO train service to Richmond Hill already there, that is completely underutilized, and yet we are going to tunnel a subway there that will only add to the overcrowding on that same line. I really think that the Richmond Hill GO train service should be expanded. For no more money than it would cost to extend the Sheppard subway line from Yonge over to Sheppard West Station. This would then connect to both ends of Line 1 and to the many bus routes operating in and out of that station, allowing for better connectivity between the east and west sides of Toronto. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give the video a like if you liked it. Also, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Until next time, happy transiting.